Good morning, this is Ken Long from Tortoise Capital with the daily debriefing for May 9th, 2016. Here's one. I think this is Yolanda with a short coming out of the river, timing the pocket pretty well. Waiting for the RLCO to occur outside the river and cashing right at the river. This is a short hybrid frog and a failing through the BB10. So hybrid frog and a nice cash. This is Sunol on the DAX, and we have a lazy W, so that's going to be a pocket. You can see that this would have been an owl right about here, and one retracement recovery pocket trade. I like the exit. It's a Z3. Cash them when you can. This one is looks like an owl. Long from here at the RL10 crossing the river. 1, 2, 3 entry. Nice orderly exit at the edge of the dragon. That's in the DAX. Here's another one in the DAX, long here and short here to the edge of the river, playing that standard pattern. This is a potential re-entry right here. It takes out the top of that doji. I could see that. Here's a long owl, so we have the unambiguous move, the RLCO outside the river, RL10 crosses. We have the 30 rolling up, the dragon rolling up, 1, 2, 3 entry. Initial stop here for execution. Position sizing stop below the 10. In this case, using the belly of the dragon as the execution stop, which I love. And after this nice surge up, that draws the stop forward to the PSAR, and a beautiful orderly exit for 1.8R. Yolanda just really in the pocket right there. That was just really well done. Quick look at Charles's evolving morning preparation. This looks like about 30 minutes of getting his mind right and going through all the things that are going to make him successful. This one is my the win, the sliding collapse here in win. So I just want you to notice the collection of everything inside the river right here. And now we have the 10, we have the price, the 10, the 30 rolls over, the dragon rolls over, the VWAP rolls over, pocket trade here coming out of the dragon with a stop at the Z2. When this moves out in our favor, drop down to the VWAP, just ride the VWAP slide, strike after big spike down, but then no further failures of 3 minutes and all dojis, cash. So that's an entry around 91.10, covering around 89.47, so about 70 cents on about a 40-cent risk. This looks like the same one for Yolanda. This is that VWAP slide. Getting short in here after breaking the VWAP right there and breaking the low of the day. Really like that pocket entry and a very nice cover. Front running that RLCO just a little bit. Owl trade setup. So we have a large move, then a sideways quiet channel. I see this as an unambiguous move down away from the RL270. My target is going to be a recovery to the 270. So we have the unambiguous move, RLCO outside the river, 10 crosses the dragon, dragon's up, 30 is up, enter, target here, initial stop here just below Z2. Routine. This is an owl This looks like Yasik. So the unambiguous move, RLCO, 10 crosses the dragon, 30 rolls over, dragon rolls over, short at 6, stop at above the hump. It rolls over. He cashes at the RLCO, bouncing off the Z2. Unambiguous move, RLCO outside the river, RL10 crosses the river, 30 rolls over, dragon rolls over, short in the pocket, makes a nice profit preservation on a rising VWAP, so I don't mind that. Minus 0.27, worth a shot. And the reason that's worth a shot is you see all this volume down here. This is collapsing and there's nothing to hold it up until it runs right back down. So that's, I really like that trade. And I really like the profit preservation, or the capital preservation. When it takes that long for the owl to unfold, that should be telling us something too. This was that owl trade with that target and suffered through a couple pullbacks, and then had the Z2 and the PSAR initial and paralleling the PSAR, and then just cashing on the strike as price came through the dragon. VXX, this is an owl entry, unambiguous move. RLCO outside the river, crosses the 10, dragon up, 30 up, buy it. My initial target would be this hump of the dragon. If it gets through there, I think it's back up to here. You can see how much volume there is there. So on this nice move up, like 4 or 5 minutes later, I just go ahead and lock in 1978. That's a gift. Here's one from Sonal. This looks like the owl entry. Stop at Z2. Lets it roll. That Z2 stop she's working to manage, because otherwise she probably would have bailed here or bailed here. So she's learning to stand back a little bit, give it room to breathe. This is looking favorable. So we're in the money now with the stop here. Well done. Same one. All right, this is a pocket and an owl. Buy it, hits the VWAP and bounces for a scratch. Didn't have the fortitude or the will to catch that move. Short on a hybrid frog. Position size stop is the execution stop at the hump of the dragon is about minus 0.7. So she already capped this loss. Short rides it when it runs down, she tightens it up even further. What a beautiful exit. Well done. Getting it on the near side of the dragon too after an excursion out here into Z2.5. Very nice. This is when dragons emerge. Now we were looking at this pattern in the inverse when dragons collapse, but I just want you to notice that we're looking for turning points in the dragon. So here's a low, a high, a higher low. So now I'm going to draw the line across the top of the dragon hump, and that's going to be my not later than entry. I might be able to get this down in here in a pocket, but as soon as it takes out the hump, that's the statistical swing high, not the price level. The statistical swing high is the hump. Buy it with the stop here at just below the hump of the dragon, because you've got some momentum going, so why not stop and just track the Z1, and then when it has 1, 2, and starting to roll over again, got the 2 long horns up on the top, accelerate the stop to here, and I'll leave that in place and give this thing about 10 minutes to unfold to the top. If it does, fine. If it doesn't, then I'm out. I already covered that one. This is a hybrid frog you can see from the open. Gets the short, cashes 0.8 arm, just like downtown. Well done, James. This is a long Z3PO, so we have the Z3 pinch using the Z2 as the execution, Z3-ish as the position sizing stop. Buys the breakout, here's the stop, tracking it all the way up, and cash. Just like that. Well done. And XIV, I think I missed that one. Okay, so here's some from Ashe. Morning hook. I really don't see the morning hook in this one. There's not enough of a breakdown and a hook. This is all noise. All of this is noise inside the river. This one, maybe I can see this as the dragon collapsing because you have 1, 2, 3, and then when it takes out the bottom of this one, I like that as a short, not as a cover, or not as an exit for this long. I think this is your short on a 1, 2, 3, the failing dragon. You got the RL, you got the VWAP failing, you got the 90 failing, you got the river sliding down. That's not a bad short. With the stop at Z2 up here. This is a Z3PO breakout. And so my point is, don't chop around inside the dragon here. Let's get some legitimate shot. Now, I actually don't mind this. This is new low of the day. Okay, I can live with that. I'd like to see that stop in reverse here, though. It doesn't really have a great follow through, but it would pay for this trade. And we had a slight upward motion today and a higher low. We're back inside the river and maybe getting the turn. Still about 3% off the swing high. Nice work from Jeff here. He's automated the owl. This is a prototype, and I'll leave that for you to read. He has auto measurements of the unambiguous move, the RLCO outside the river, crossing the 10, when the 30 and then the dragon tick up the slope, then his RL10 turns blue, telling him he's clear to buy. Buys it with a stop down here. Bam. Just like downtown. So there's a lot of cognitive offloading you can do with TradeStation. I mean, that's pretty nice little package right there. Well done, Jeff. All right, that's the daily debriefing. Good work today, guys. The Euros really did a nice job working the early morning sessions together. Really does my heart good to see you guys working hard and getting it done. Take good care. We'll see you in the chat room.